Hi everyone. This week you're learning the sounds that OY and OI says the OI sound. So the letters OY and OI can make the sound you hear in the middle of toys and points. Oil, joined, boiling, boy, hoist, enjoy, moist, employ, choice, annoys, noise, destroy. Let's avoid annoying this boy. He does not enjoy the noise. Look for these words with OY and OI in the joy of a ship. Joy, employs, hoist, avoid, boils, joins, joints, point, moist. How do things get built? Ships take people and things all over the world. How does a ship get made? Find out here. So this is called The Joy of a Ship, and it's teaching us about how a ship gets made. So if it's teaching us, it's a story called nonfiction. Nonfiction stories teach us things. And nonfiction stories also have captions. Here's a caption. Here's a caption. And they have headings. Here's a heading. A heading is usually bigger, colorful words that tell you what you're going to read about. What is needed to build a ship? And the yellow words are going to be your sight words. Making ships employs many workers. This task uses lots of tools and parts as well. Let's see how a ship is made step by step. So the author's going to use steps or sequencing to help you understand how a ship is built. So that's a way that they connect the story so you can understand it. Sequencing is putting things in order. First, workers build a frame. Frame it. The ship frame can balance on blocks up above a dock. Huge cranes hoist the big parts in place so they do not fall. Workers must avoid being bumped by these big pieces of steel. And remember, whenever you read a test question, sometimes it will say what happened first in the story, and you could go back and find, I see the word first. First, workers build a frame. So that would be the answer to the question, what happened first? Huge cranes hoist the big parts in place so they do not fall. Workers must avoid being bumped by these big pieces of steel. And you should read the captions too. These people study the plans for the ship. There are many things to do. Some huge gantry cranes can lift 1,500 tons as high as 230 feet in the air. Sheets of steel. So this is a heading, and we have a caption here. First, two kinds of metal are melted into steel. It boils. Hot steel flows into flat metal sheets and molds. When steel gets cold, it gets hard. The steel sheets are then ready for making a ship. Another thing authors use to help you understand is cause and effect. So the cause is what happened. The effect is what happened after the cause. So when steel gets cold is the cause. The effect is it gets hard. A worker joins each steel section by heating the edges, called joints. Most workers put on gloves and a helmet to protect their hands and head. So another cause and effect is if you put on gloves, that's the cause. The effect is you get to protect your hands and your head. Check it, paint it. Workers check all the joints. Then they point out leaks and fix them. If a joint leaks, the inside of the ship will be moist with water. It might even sink. So there's another cause and effect relationship. If a joint leaks is the cause. If the joint leaks, what happens? That's called the effect. The inside of the ship will be moist with water and it might sink. Then the ship is painted and this job is done. It gleams in the sun. The workers knew it would look nice. People will pay a lot of money to ride on this ship. Out to sea, the people on the dock point with joy as the new ship begins the first trip. Those on the ship wave as it glides toward the open sea. So what happened last? The ship is painted, and then people can pay money to ride. So that's what happened last. So talk about what happened at the beginning, middle, and end. That's sequencing. Talk about any causes and effects that you hear in the story. And is there any times in the story where something is compared, how something is alike or different? See if you can find any ways that something is compared in the story.